Hi, I'm Marek D'Amato.
And I'm a 6-foot-tall bunny rabbit.
And this is the post-100th episode world.
Yay!
This is episode 101.
Mm-hmm. We've
holy shit, we've done a lot of these. And that's not even including Christmas specials, Halloween specials, and my birthday episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've come a long way now.
Yeah.
I've defeated the sequel to my favorite movie, which is...
I defeated mine long ago.
Yes. We've both finally come to, like, name level, I think, at this point.
Yes.
And there's nothing stopping us now. We are the best around.
Nothing's ever gonna stop.
Yeah. we're gonna push on to give you guys hundreds and hundreds of more terrible movies in the coming years, hopefully.
Now, there's gonna be some changes in the show.
Yes.
You see,
big changes.
This is spurred largely by what we were using before, just stopped working.
Yeah, it died.
Wheel decide someone bought the domain name and now it's under maintenance, and it made me realize...
Rip to the old wheel.
Rest in peace, wheel. We're not doing a wheel anymore.
Mm-hmm. Guys, moments of silence are in order, and we've given ours already.
Yeah, so if you like, you can pause the video now, have your moment of silence, and...
Yes, give your condolences to the wheel that has given you all terrible, terrible things.
But my decision was initially spurred by it not the site stopped working, and there are other facets to it as well. Because, like, given what I'm going to choose for today, things that have...
We have a lot of unfinished business still.
A lot of unfinished business that just refuse to come up.
Mm-hmm.
And to prevent what would happen before, which would either be a movie neither of us is in the fucking mood for.
That, along with just series just never being picked again. Because, like, we had just several movies of, like... one series and then just never get that series ever again to finally have it end.
And also the problem of, oh, great, there's this really hard to find movie that now we need to spend 3 fucking hours searching it for and downloading a file of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's something
that's out
super
now.
Fucking obscure would get picked, like fucking The Night Brings Charlie.
Which didn't even have a goddamn trailer.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, oh, this is going to be fun to fucking find the copy for. And
now,
yeah.
We're going to do this in a certain way. Like, I'm going to be choosing today's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Next time it'll be Gio, or if I have another guest doing it with me that day, the guest will choose a movie.
Yes.
And I'll go back and forth like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it'll all give us a turn at the wheel.
Basically.
A turn to be the wheel.
But the wheel itself is done.
Yeah.
No more wheel.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we might end up bringing something back. Maybe I don't know, like something out of the hat or something.
Yeah, maybe
some kind of like name draw, like a lottery sort of thing.
Maybe it also saves me the effort, frankly, of setting up the recording of the wheel and the editing in properly.
Mm-hmm. But it's gonna be kind of barren though. The intros. I think we should try to spice up something. Spice it up with a little something. But we'll get to that. For this episode here, for 101, this is gonna be, this is movie 101 right here. And we're gonna bring it to you guys right now. Class is now in session.
So without further ado, a series which has
the brand new Mindbreakers.
A series which has haunted us since way back. I'm actually bringing up my the playlist of what we've been doing right now.
To find when exactly we did it.
Yeah.
Because it was a while back, and honestly,
because this one we started way back in episode 18.
Yep.
Nelson and I first did this.
Mm-hmm.
This is roughly, this is 82 episodes ago.
Yeah, and then I got I got the second one.
And interestingly, the second one was actually the start of our current setup with the purple background and everything.
Yeah, exactly. We had the purple and black wheel, which was beautiful.
Well, not the purple and black, just the purple background instead of the black background and the green text. This is what our, well, not quite iconic, but fairly iconic, and we introduced the logo too. Yeah, with this one.
Mm-hmm. Those were the days.
And that was way back episode 27, and now finally episode 101.
Finally going to be able to put Manic Pushy to bed.
Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence.
Yep. Finally get that third one.
A female
down.
cop is gunned down and wrongfully accused of using excessive force in a hostage rescue attempt.
Okay.
Maniac cop returns to the dead once more to seek revenge, destroying everything and everyone that stands in his way.
Mm-hmm.
I do prefer this more interesting, that's from Robert Harthill.
Yeah.
I do prefer Jason Jaromir Vasago. Kroll. Okay. What is he, a fucking Khajiit?
Yeah.
Vasago.
That is a Khajiit name.
Jaromir Vasago will be Archmage. Officer Matt Cordell's third ride from Beyond the Grave has him looking for a girlfriend. His ideal date should be nice, tender, and dead. He soon finds one in the person of a female officer killed by shock
Ride
robbers.
of Manic pushing.
This gets him in trouble with some living officers, though. Now, just to refresh you, Matt Cordell did actually fully die.
Yeah.
In the end of the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
The last movie, rather. So,
as did Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
A lot of things are just dying this episode. Like, the wheel's dead.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell, we're bringing that corpse back.
So, without further ado...
Doesn't this one have voodoo in it?
Yeah, this has voodoo. And returning Robert Davi.
I have one thing to ask you.
What?
What within the body of a man with the power?
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
YouTube.
When the violent...
This filthy creep's gonna make us rich.
...can't be controlled. When the guilty can't be caught. When the lawless can't be stopped.
Drop the gun!
The only hope left...
I saw a symbol in the dirt.
You see the symbol of anti-justice.
...is a cop. Who's ready to raise a little hell.
I need your very special kind of darkness.
From the darkest powers of creation.
Want to know about resurrection?
Comes a force more powerful than light. More lasting than death.
Nurse!
He has returned.
Who's in there?
As judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh my God.
I know what I saw.
To enforce the law.
Where is he? You'll find him.
With a vengeance. But now, the only way
this?
to end the massacre is to destroy
Two tortured souls.
the madness.
Finish it!
Badge of silence. The Maniac Cop is back.
Well.
So, yeah, we can finally put Officer Cordell to rest, and
as well as this series.
Yeah, this movie starts with a funeral. So, burr burr burr.
Oddly,
burr, burr,
and this is something that kind of confused me.
What?
The guy who slaughtered hundreds of policemen and innocent people between this and the last movie
Gets a proper funeral?
like a fucking police funeral with the flag on his coffin and everything.
Well, yeah, he's an officer. They want to put him to rest because they know he keeps coming back. Like, they want his soul finally, like done. Not having any unfinished business, you know? No reason to come back. Because what a ghost or zombies usually are like, you know, unsettled dead. Which, you know, they want to finally be done with him as much as we want to be done with this series. Even though this has been a very good series, it has been good to us.
Yeah. Started with Nelson. I was hoping it would end with Mini Matt, but it's ending with you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
It's been on the wheel for long enough, and they had their chance to get the last one, and it just never popped up.
And we're going to be doing a bit more of this unfinished business in episodes to come. But let's talk about the movie.
Yeah, we got scores to settle on all of them. But
Robert Davi returns.
And Zadar.
Of course.
Yeah, and it shows the funeral and interspliced with the voodoo from the Hungan.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like doing his chanting and everything.
Yeah, he's legit raising Matt Cordell with magic.
Mm-hmm. We get a really cool transition actually. We get a shot of like it's just all black, and then we just see like 5 shots ring in to the screen, and then it just we see like a target in a shooting range just sort of pull back. Mm. It's a really nice shot you mentioned.
Yeah, it was very well done. Actually, very clever way to do this.
Yeah, and we end up seeing the officer. Did you get his name?
His name is Matt something.
Yeah, right. Officer. Yeah, it is Officer Matt. And
which is funny because we have the hero, as such as he is.
Yeah.
Is a guy called Robert, played by an actor called Matt. No, a guy called Matt, played by an actor called Robert. Mm-hmm. And then the villain, such as it is an officer called Matt, played by an actor called Robert.
Yeah. It's funny little coincidences. Coinky dinks.
It's like how in The Shining, 2 of the main characters, Jack Torrance and Danny Torrance, are played by actors named Jack and Dan, respectively.
Mm-hmm. It's just little funny things in cinema you get to see every now and again. But he's doing he's having some shooting some target practice with Officer Kate.
Yep, Maniac Kate.
Yep. Well, we don't know that she's called Maniac Kate yet. She's just kind of like doing some target practice on her birthday. And he's telling her like, "Hey, what are you doing around here? Like, why don't you just go out and celebrate for your birthday instead of being cooped up in this precinct, you know?" And she's just like, some targets gave me a paper cut once. I'm getting some revenge on them. She doesn't actually say that.
Piece of paper killed my family.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of paper.
I wrote on paper once.
My wife wrote on paper.
I got paperwork once.
My children colored on paper. But this isn't the Punisher.
Yeah.
We might do the Punisher again, but...
Oh, Punisher versus Maniac Cop would be really cool.
I go with Punisher.
Yeah, the disciplinarian would win. But,
You know who'd beat both of them?
Who's that?
Angry Man!
Angry Man?
Angry Man.
Yeah, Angry Man would crush both of them. Hulk smish. So, we see how good of a shot, actually, this Officer Matt is. Mm. And he's like an aimbot, man. He's just putting these bullets in with like such close grouping. It's like he's an enemy in XCOM. Like he's just plugging these things with like deadly accuracy.
And she gets, I think, all of the shots directly into the head.
Oh yeah, she's really good too. But like also because she's known for being very trigger happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She uses a lot of excessive force.
He's giving her some advice on how to not have it count as excessive force.
Yeah, in a precinct that has in a police force that's seen the likes of Matt Cordell and this guy, she's up there with one of the most excessive officers, which is saying a lot. But we start to we see her a lot in the first couple of scenes. Mm. But aside from that, she's just sort of she's there, but she's not really, she doesn't have a very heavy speaking role. Mm. Which honestly, I would love to get to know her a little better.
Yeah, because
she's a good character. Like, I like her hot-headedness. Mm. Her temper's pretty cool. And also, she's a gorgeous lady.
They bring, Matt Cordell's fully raised from the dead by the Hungan.
Yep. And he's just kind of, like, chilling in a church, sort of chapel-looking place with surrounded by a bunch of candles.
Yeah.
Which is just a fire hazard waiting to happen. But,
interesting, you should say that.
Yeah. They get it comes into play after. But, they get a call, and, they end up going out on this, it's a murder. of course.
Well, it's a robbery.
Well, wait, do they go to the murder first or the robbery?
Robbery.
Okay. So yeah, there's a robbery going on in a bodega.
Yeah.
And there's a dude who's basically trying to get some money and drugs. And he's holding up the cashier at gunpoint, and he's holding her hostage. And
but it turns out,
yeah,
she's
in on it.
Yeah, she's very much in on it. I think she's his girlfriend.
Is she really?
Yeah.
It goes that specific with it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, but like that must have slipped by me. Like okay, she's an accomplice in all of this. The cashier ends up actually shooting Kate. And like puts her in the hospital. Does she straight up kill her, or like she's just in a coma?
Coma, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's true, because they're talking about if she gets up. Yeah. But Kate puts a bullet in that bitch's head.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. And ends up actually killing the robber himself.
Yep.
And he's talking all kinds of shit like, yeah, I'm immortal, I can't die, because he's high as fuck on some shit that he shot himself up with.
Yep.
I'm guessing he's on like fucking morphine or codeine or
Probably.
whatever the fuck. Like fucking just hopped up on some
on
like,
MGH.
Heavy, yeah, on MGH basically. 100 guys on MGH? 100 movies on MGH?
We should watch 100 movies in a row while on MGH.
Oh, that would be... Like, that's the type of thing that you would need, like, a fucking, like a Batcave computer to do.
100 movies all at the same time.
On MGH.
On MGH.
MGH. Don't do drugs, kids.
My parents smoked my family smoked MGH.
We were all on MGH.
I forgot the Punisher wasn't Batman for a second. Just like the new movies have forgotten Batman isn't the Punisher.
Yeah, you automatically go to like the gruff Christian Bale voice for Punisher.
Yeah.
I just kind of do like the Thomas Jane like gruff sort of talking like this. That's where I go immediately. I automatically go to Thomas Jane. But yeah, she ends up getting killed. We end up seeing a murder with we witness a murder of a dude from the Maniac cop.
Yep.
He just basically like ends up blowing a guy's fucking head off. And Officer Matt ends up getting to like check it out later. And he sees the guy with his head missing and a chalk outline with a little smiley, like a chalk smiley face where his head was. Which was honestly really cool. I like that little detail.
It was fun.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of style to the Maniac Cop's repertoire. Like, he has style, but he doesn't really have, like...
Well, I think that's implied that the coroner did that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it got a laugh out of me. But, yeah, give me a chuckle. The style that he kind of has in this movie, though, like murder-wise, I feel like he's just kind of...
Oh, he has a very low kill count
in
this movie compared to almost every single other outing.
Yeah, he's still got style. Like, he tosses a guy in the air later on, like, plugs him with a bunch of rounds, which is really cool.
You know what he doesn't do, which I found disappointing?
What?
Slap grab.
Oh, yeah.
Where he slaps both his hands down on you and then picks you up and throws you.
Yeah, it's one of the things he used to do, and he did a lot. He did a lot of that in the first and the second movie.
At least one thing I'll say over the second one: no gun.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry, guns are boring for slashers to use.
Well, yeah, he's got the big fuck offy knife. He shouldn't be using a gun even, but you know what? He's got it.
Not like Jason, who's his main thing's a machete, but he's versatile. Like, he's got the axe and
but I think I mentioned it in the
the
last
pickaxe.
one.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it in the last one, though. Like, he's one of the few that can actually kind of get away with using a firearm because he used to be a police officer. Like,
Yeah, but when it's when you have him walk into a police station and start gunning people down.
Yeah, but you're not going to see Jason do that.
I know.
You're not going to see Freddy Krueger do that. Like, he's he's the exception, you know? He's the exception to that kind of a rule. And I specifically said, I think last time, like, I admired that about him a lot. Because he's got that sort of, oh, I don't really care, I'm just going to fucking murder whoever gets in my way kind of attitude.
One thing he does is he goes to when Matt Cordell comes back, he goes to the Hungan.
Yeah.
And just stands behind him and draws his knife.
Yeah.
And the Hungan's like, you want to kill me, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I brought you back. And then we get like a little setup for something that happens later, which
I think
I'm not powerful enough to bring back a soul at rest.
Yeah, I think he says something like you're like I'm sorry, I'm not allowing you to be put to your soul to be finally put to rest.
But you don't want to rest.
Yeah, but then again, your soul has never been one for rest anyway. You've been a very restless soul anyhow. Like, I think he specifically says that, but yeah, he ends up finally just kind of like, I can almost see Cordell's eyes just sort of roll, put his knife back in his sheath, and just be like, okay, what the fuck's your plan?
Better than the weirdo he teamed up with last time.
Oh yeah, much better than that guy. That guy was just fucking creepy. He was just a fucking, ugh. Just brought a bad taste in my mouth, that guy. You got a big one too, you remember that line?
Sadly.
Yeah.
Wasn't a good movie. But this one was. He then goes to a building and just stares at it. Yeah. And some fucker gets up right behind him and starts dissing the police.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you one of them trigger-happy cops? Oh, man, cops these days, they're always out to just shoot people away and ask questions later. And then
you guys gotta learn you're not fucking cowboys. And it's like,
yeah, turns around, just fucking gives him...
If you think all cops are murderers, maybe you shouldn't go pissing him off.
He just grabs this guy, tosses his ass in the air, and plugs him with his fucking 6-shooter.
Bull.
plays fucking Bangkok rules with him.
Skeet shooting.
Yeah. Like shooting skeet.
In a barrel.
You put a terrible image in my head and possibly other people's heads. Because you know what skeet means?
No.
Skeet is the street term, like it's slang term for spum. For coming.
Oh, okay.
So when you say like shooting skeet in a barrel, I automatically have the image of just an entire barrel of cum.
And are you shooting into the cum into the barrel, or are you shooting a gun at the barrel of cum?
No, obviously my mind went to an entire barrel being filled by like a fucking fire hose. Just spraying pure cum into it. Ugh. That's just nasty, man.
You're welcome.
Holy shit. I apologize, guys. For anyone that knew about or didn't know about that kind of slang.
I'd just like to point out that Gio's the one who said that, not me.
Skeet, motherfucker! To the window.
Gio, I will turn this podcast around.
This isn't a podcast, it's a review.
It's kind of a podcast.
Movie review!
Whatever.
So yeah, we get the guy gets shot up in the air, and we see... Wait, do we see Cordell? That's Edge. We see, like, Cordell just goes up to the hospital room.
Yep.
And he ends
up... we also, when we'll set up for what's about to happen, the fucker who got who was robbing the place is
yeah, he's in the hospital too.
Yeah.
And he's breathing through tubes.
But his lawyer's trying to get him as much as possible because his lawyer's a fucking parasite.
What we didn't mention actually was that Kate shot him with an SMG.
Yes.
And that there's a whole like legal proceeding following that because obviously an SMG isn't like standard issue.
No, it's not street legal.
Yeah, and especially not like standard operating procedure when it comes to like hostage situations. Especially not plugging a guy fucking 3 times with the SMG. So there's a whole bunch of like paperwork talking about like what's gonna happen if both of them wake up. He's basically gonna end up suing her for about $10,000 for each.
And he wants movie rights.
Movie rights?
Yeah, that was said.
Oh yeah, they did mention that. I forgot about that part. But yeah, he's suing her for about $10,000 for each round he put into her. That she put into him, and he apparently also wants movie rights. And he's also like if he ever gets up, he's gonna end up probably going after her, like physically. Also, because like
he's crazy and he should not be allowed to be alive.
Yeah.
And then Cordell shows up and guns everyone and kills everyone with his knife. Because that's what he does.
But before that, we get this scene of the crazy guy getting the gun from Cordell. And then the crazy guy ends up getting, I think, 2 other people. And they basically end up going on a fucking rampage through the hospital. Yeah. And we see one of the coolest fucking gunfights that I've seen in a while. Which was, basically like, they walk into a room with, they walk into a hallway with a gurney in the middle of it. Yep. With a sheet over a body. And they're just kind of like checking the whole place out. And like a couple of shots ring out from underneath the gurney, from underneath the sheet. And he kills, both these shots kill 2 guys. They kill two of the guys. And we see Matt basically flip out with 2 fucking pistols drawn. And he's just max painting the shit out of these guys.
Is this your first shootout in a morgue?
Yeah. Oh god, I wish he would have actually grabbed a guy. Because this Officer Matt dude, like, he looks exactly like a Punisher, like the disciplinarian would actually look. Like, I could totally see him playing the Punisher at some point.
Can't, he's dead.
Yeah, I know, but he would have made a really good Punisher.
Granted.
Yeah. But he's just blasting away at them. And the last guy is just kind of like he's like trying to find cover somewhere. And he ends up like trying to do he does a half vault over a counter. Yep. And he ends up stopping himself with his foot. And the guy's about to follow him around. And actually like he basically like dupes him into going around the counter. Yep. And Matt just kind of flips back and is just waiting for him to realize that he's not over there. So when he comes back, he just plugs him twice in the chest. It was a really cool gun scene. It was a really cool gunfight. One of the best I've seen.
The reason he wouldn't grab someone and use them as a shield is he's invincible, pretty much.
He's got plot armor. He's the big hero man.
So he doesn't really need to dodge.
Yeah. But, it was a really cool gunfight, man. Really nice. Like, a really cool choreography. It could have, there could have been a little more in this movie, I feel. Yeah. But, for what it was a serviceable, last part to this. Yeah. When you said that there was going to be voodoo in this, I was expecting, over-the-top fucking,
like the Breath of Evil.
Yeah, I was expecting... I was expecting Zingaya. The Breath of Evil, Zingaya, and, Brother Voodoo to, the nth degree. To, way over the top, blackfacing. Yeah. But, yeah, we didn't get that.
Fortunately.
Yeah. I was expecting,
we will, but not yet.
Yeah. I was expecting, 10 words per second, voodoo chanting.
But fortunately, the voodoo guy is actually quite, So he's very eloquent, very verbose. He speaks very intelligently, which is rare for this kind of movie.
Yeah, he's a decent villain. He brings back the Maniac cop, and he has kind of like he's got reason for
the
it.
The Maniac cop also kidnaps Maniac Kate because he wants to marry her.
Yeah, puts her in the car, brings her to the Hungan.
She has a weird ass dream where she's in a wedding dress walking down the aisle to a mysterious guy, and they're dead cops all through in the church.
Yeah, I just had like the flash of the Japanese Jack and the Beanstalk.
Are you happy?
Are you happy? Yep. It looked like it. Because, like, it was all, like, spooky and, like, drained out colors. With, like, a blue overtone.
Of you stand here in front of me tonight. Are you happy?
You wish to be married? Am I right? Are you happy? So bad.
In sickness and in health, will you help each other out? Oh, that was a weird fucking film. But,
oh, fuck.
Robert Davi and some doctor whose name I didn't catch.
Yeah, he's just
are trying to find her back. Find her and bring her back.
Oh, we didn't mention the guy who was going down on that one nurse in that one scene.
Yeah, and
he just ends up getting... Oh, yeah, it's true. Like, that was actually one of the best kills that was in this movie. Was, the doctor guy.
I mean, I don't think it's even worth mentioning, because it's a horror movie with a hospital in it. You know one of the doctors is going to fuck a nurse.
Well, like, you don't know that the doctor is going to get killed this way, especially.
No, but you know there's going to be a doctor and a nurse, and they're going to be in an unprofessional relationship.
Yeah, but the main thing I want to talk about is what happens after that.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, the second you notice, like, oh shit, he's going down on her, it's like, oh, okay. Like he kind of gets up, because he hears a noise outside the door.
Yeah.
And he's like, who the hell is this? And he, like, walks out of the room. Like, he's, like, putting his pants back on and everything. And he goes outside of the room. And he just gets grabbed by the Maniac cop and, like, shocked with the defibrillator.
Yeah, yes, the defibrillator kill.
Yeah, that's what I really want to talk about.
That was
badass. That's my main point.
I forgot about the defibrillator kill.
Until just now. Until I mentioned the doc sex.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so he's just blasting him with this defibrillator about 4 times. And then finally he ends up, like, bringing him to the top of, like, he chases him up to the top of the roof. And he gets him on, like, this metal scaffolding, like a metal set of stairs. And he just shocks the stairs. And it sends the electricity up through his body and just kills him, like, fries him on the steps. It's really cool. It's like one of the coolest... It's the coolest kill in this movie, probably. Aside from him just tossing a guy up in the fucking air and blasting him away. Yeah. Which I also found was really stylish.
I love how at that point he's a big indestructible zombie man using... Well, basically with electric-powered punches. Yeah. He just straight out was a supervillain in that moment. Yeah. It's like he's the electrocutioner or the shocker or something.
It was really badass to just see him, like...
It was badass, which means he can't be Electro.
Fry his shit on this rooftop. But, yeah, we go back to, like, the chapel hideout thing. Yeah. And, we see Matt and... when I say Matt, I mean Officer Matt. And also Cordell.
Well, Matt we're just referring to as Robert Davi.
Yeah. But, yeah, Cordell and Davi are basically facing off. Cordell's got a shotgun.
I got a shotgun.
And, the Hungan is trying to resurrect Kate. Which, but Maniac Kate's kind of on the nose. Yeah. They could have... Like, yeah, sure, she uses excessive force, and she's a loose cannon. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. But, like, Maniac Kate.
Well, because they named her it to referencing Maniac Cop, like in universe to reference the Maniac, Matt Cordell.
It's I'm like too apropos though.
Well, it's also I'd be fucking offended because this is a fucking cop killer.
Yeah,
it's not laudable.
Yeah.
Ow.
You dropped your controller
on my foot.
Yeah, but oh man, I just find it's a bit too on the nose. It's like it's too contrived.
Yeah.
And like they could have found another name.
They brought Matt Cordell back from the dead with fucking voodoo.
Yeah.
What about this isn't contrived?
Okay, granted. It's still I know it's all in good fun and everything.
Yeah.
But like it just kind of like gives me like a little bit of it gives me a little bit of like a sick feeling just being like Maniac Kate, really? Because like just hearing like you're trying to tell people about how awesome the Maniac Cop series is, and then you're just like, oh yeah, and then in the last movie they get to like the Bride of Maniac Cop.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I'll say. I would have called this Bride of Maniac Cop.
Yeah, it could have been called Bride of Maniac Cop in the vein of Bride of Frankenstein,
Bride of
Dracula,
Bride of Reanimator.
Yeah, but it didn't need that. It really didn't need to. It could have been a completely serviceable movie without that whole plot point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice addition.
So he can't raise her from the dead because she's at rest.
Yeah.
Because she does die at some point.
Yeah.
When he's bringing her. Matt Cordell gets his only line in the series where he says, "Finish it."
Yeah. She can't come back though, and Cordell gets pissed about this, and he shoots the hell out of Hungan.
And then he gets set on fire because course he does.
It's again, we forewarned you that this whole place was a fucking fire hazard. They might as well, you know what that whole setting might as well have been? It might as well have been set in a fucking Acme lab with just a shit ton of dynamite and fireworks everywhere. You're getting a call.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put a pause?
Nope.
Okay. So, okay, then let's continue then. So yeah, he shoots the Hungan, he picks her up. He gets lit on fire with her actually in his arms, which was a really cool shot. I was like, that looks really nice. Like, I just love the image of him holding her with, like, just the flames all around them.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he's walking out with her. And Matt gives chase along with the girl.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Girl.
So I can't remember what car they're driving, but Matt's in a cop, Cordell's in a cop car and on fire.
I think they're both in cop cars. I think they're both just like next to each other in cop cars. But regardless, they get into like a gunfight in both of the cars. Basically, Matt's shooting at him with his 9mm.
Yep.
And yeah, Cordell's still on fire behind the wheel of this police car, which made for a really nice, like a bunch of really nice shots of just him like sort of like grabbing at Matt's car while just in a huge blaze. He might as well look like a fucking Ghost Rider. It might as well have been a Ghost Rider cover. Like, would you read? Yeah, you would definitely read Ghost Rider versus Maniac Cop.
Is Ghost Rider in it?
Well, obviously.
Then of course I'd read it.
Yeah. But oh god, he looks really badass just like in this car chase. Both of the cop car on like both of the cop car's doors on Cordell's vehicle just like blast off. Because like they're just Matt's just drive-bying it, and they're just ramming into each other. Just sort of, like, just pushing off of each other. It's like bumper cars. Both cars might as well have been two dolls being held by a 9-year-old, and just trying to, like, get both of the dolls to kiss. It's just what it might as well have been looking like. But, yeah, it eventually just turns out that, they end up, like, Cordell's car crashes nearby a railroad track, blows up. We get a shot of Matt and the doc, just sort of putting his arm around her.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we get probably one of the best parts, which is just him picking up a flaming arm from the Maniac
lighting a
cup.
cigarette off.
Lighting his cigarette. Which gave me a chuckle also. This is a little more lighthearted than the others.
It is also, though, a stupid scene.
Yeah.
Because of what happens later.
Yeah.
Where there's his corpse burnt and Kate's corpse burnt are lying in a morgue.
Yeah.
And that same arm just moves onto her arm. The hand moves onto her hand.
I was under the assumption that was Kate's arm that moved.
Still,
onto his.
Both hands were there.
No, I think it was his right arm that blew off and got used to light Matt's cigarette. And
by the way, hi Mini Matt.
Hi Matt. It's not
Mini Matt, meet Big Matt.
Yeah. This is officer disciplinarian Matt. This is the Punisher Matt.
The Mattisher.
The Mattisher. Also Matt from Best Friends. Matt from Best Friends is the Mattisher. We have a lot of Matts. We have too many Matts we talk about. Too many Matts, too
many Matts, too many Matts.
But yeah, I was under the assumption that it was Kate's arm that went onto his left arm that I think was the arm that was still there. But it could have been either way. Because the Hoongan did try to bring her back.
Yep.
And I'm guessing the Hoongan was wrong. And she ended up actually coming back, and that was supposed to be kind of the stinger.
No, that's why I think
they were both just charred corpses.
No, that's why I think it was the Maniac cop, because Kate had no interest in Cordell.
Okay.
At all. This wasn't consensual.
No, but he was bringing her back specifically to be his wife. So.
But that still would not be consensual. So why the fuck would she?
Maybe she had a change of heart. She's a crispy critter now. So why the fuck wouldn't she? It's not
I don't know.
She's going anywhere back.
I thought it made more sense for it to be Cordell because he's.
Well, I interpreted it as she actually did, the Hoongan actually succeeded in bringing her body back after a while, and she ended up basically being oh, I'm a crispy critter now. So I'm just gonna put my hand on his
I'm a crispy critter, yeah.
You're a crispy critter, yeah. Crispy critters in love. They go get Krispy Kreme, the two crispy critters. But
that's when the relationship. Then the entire relationship falls apart because they realize neither has a functioning digestive system. So why are they wasting their time and money on donuts?
They get a crispy lawyer. They get a crispy divorce. But we see the doctor kind of turn around because he hears the arms move, and then the movie's over. This was a lot more lighthearted than the others.
Yeah.
It's better than the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The way that those kind of just dragged on and on.
Okay, I thought you meant it's Maniac Cop's better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
No,
which would be no.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't get that twisted. I'm saying that it's lighthearted, but as far as the comedy basically being dragged on and on and on, it's a lot more quaint. It's a lot more quaint than the Elm Street movies got. Because the Elm Street movies just basically were oh, we're gonna have this scene basically for punchline's sake.
Yeah.
Like the beach scene and the "You're not in Kansas anymore."
Oh fuck! And the blackboard.
Yeah. Especially the blackboard.
Super Freddy.
Yeah. That was as far as the Elm Street movies go, this is a lot more downplayed. But
it's still less downplayed than, say, the first one.
Mm-hmm. for sure.
Or the third one, which is arguably the best.
My favorite of all of them has to still be the first one. The first one was really good. I really liked watching that first one. Second one was fine. It was okay. The creepy guy did not need to be there. But he ends up teaming up with the Manic Bushy, and I was fine with it.
I'd still say, like, I definitely say the best is the first one. Because, like, the first one does an annoying thing for me. It's like, okay, we're killing off Bruce Campbell and replacing him with Robert Davi. And it's like, that is not a fucking fitting replacement.
Yeah, but this was a really good installment. This was an excellent final installment.
It was. I would have liked more Bruce Campbell to stick around in the series, just because I really like Bruce Campbell.
Nah, they X'd him off, man.
Yeah.
It's what's done is done. You know,
they could have had him come back as a new Maniac Cop.
Oh yeah, if you would have come back as another Maniac Cop and tag teamed with Cordell, that would be really cool.
Or they bring him back to fight Maniac Cop, like zombie versus zombie kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, like Terminator 2 kind of thing.
Yeah,
it'd be all right.
It would have also been cool to see, like, you know how we got Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah.
Find someone to put against Maniac Cop. Leatherface, Michael Myers.
Yeah, but the series is long gone now, so it's highly unlikely that they're ever going to do anything with it anymore.
Also, because a cop murdering people in New York City isn't really good entertainment anymore, seeing as looking at, you know, the real world.
Yeah, but they wanted the series put to bed, and so be it, you know? It's what's done is done.
What's done cannot be undone.
Yep. What is dead may never die.
And with strange eons, even death may die.
Death may die, yeah.
That is not dead which can turn a line with strange eons.
Yeah, there we go. That's the quote. My God. But yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad we're finally done with Maniac Cop for good now.
I might end up rewatching the whole series eventually, because the first one especially is really good.
First one is one of the few St. Patrick's Day set horror movies.
Yeah, second and third were just like they were good installments. It was a good time.
The second one, the high point of the second one, though, in my opinion, was the guy talking about when he had to bury himself under corpses to hide and for warmth.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a really that was an eerie scene.
Like, that's dark,
very good,
acted, like surprisingly well acted for a slasher film.
That was a damn good monologue. Props to that guy. That guy was an amazing actor. But yeah, this one had like a lot of really it was very tongue in cheek. Especially with, like, the drug addict guy at the beginning, just kind of, like, looking at the cameraman after he just shoots himself up with the drugs and is just like, I'm on TV! Wave hi, Mom!
But that, because there were news reporters there.
Yeah.
This has some too much commentary, I think.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, the news reporter, like worst kind of people news reporters they got.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were.
It was like, okay, this is I know what you're saying. Ugh. Whatever.
Yeah, we both fucking gave like a sigh of just like a ho hum.
I mean, this is a cop movie, so obviously the press are the devil and lawyers are the devil.
Yeah, and they have to have their little input because they want their fucking ratings and their money.
And and they're the whole sequence, the whole fucking sequence with the reporters is just unnecessary. Like, they're just listing off things, like, oh no, it's not bloody enough. Oh, just one person died in that fire. That's not news.
Yeah, so just basically soulless fucking like parasites. Yeah, basically, like, just in it to profit off of the horrors of everyday life and the troubles of citizens, you know?
Yeah.
Just profiteering. It's a commentary.
But the thing is, it's not a good one. It's just a bad annoying commentary.
What I think really got you fucking mad about that scene, and me really mad also, was the when like the guy that was like in the passenger seat just kind of starts like, he puts his hands together and he closes his eyes and he's like, I'm praying to the news gods. That was a big sigh.
Yeah, it was the low point of the movie.
That was just literally...
Not the low point of the series. For me,
Yeah.
low point of the series was the crazy sidekick from the last movie.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so too. But in terms of just annoying shit in this movie,
Yeah.
that, like, you could hear my eyes roll
Yeah.
at that line read.
So, this is,
You want to read it? You want to rate this one very well?
I'm gonna give it, 4 out of 5 sheathed, billy club knives.
Okay. I'll give it about, I'll give it 4 guys. I'll give it 4 guys thrown into the air and plugged. And, 10 electrocution deaths via defibrillator.
So, we're in a new era of Mindbreakers now.
Yep.
It's gonna be some interesting stuff in the future.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to choose something for the next one.
Yeah, because I chose this one, so Gio's gonna choose the next one, and that's how it's gonna go.
Me next!
So, see you guys next week.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series, actually. Recommend watching the whole series.
And
this is really good.
have a good weekend.
Yeah, you guys enjoy.
Ciao.
Later.